China is so incredibly ridiculous when it comes to their safety protocols in mountains. They said that this trail, because it rained the other day, was too muddy. It's 2 kilometers uphill, but it rained the other day, so you have to pay $10 to take a cable car 2 kilometers up. Are you kidding me? Then when I got to the top of the cable car, everything else was closed. How could China close an entire mountain down on such a beautiful day with perfect weather? So I just ran into this French guy and I'm like, turn around, the trail's closed. And he's just like, oh, well, I went this way. And I think if you go this way and avoid the police on the left. I successfully walked past the police. They didn't see me. And I think that this trail will bring me all the way to the top. I'm getting optimistic. This hike is starting to get really pretty. Hiking 600 meters down and back up was so pointless. Well, they forced me to buy another cable car, saying that's too dangerous again. It's literally the nicest day to go hiking. It's another $20. So there we go. Perfectly hikeable 4-kilometer peak that I was forced into taking cable cars the whole way up because China would rather get our money and say that safety is a concern when it's literally perfect weather. This is bull. Again, I'm just going to give a rundown of this place rather than put music over my stories, since Instagram labeled me as Chinese and now I cannot put music onto my stories. Anyway, this mountain is beautiful, but I gotta give it a pretty bad review because the way that it's managed just is an absolute buzzkill that ruins all of the fun. You can see that there's many trails along the mountain because this place used to be a popular backpacker city in the early 2000s before China kicked out all of the backpackers. So people built trails along this mountain, but they aren't letting you use them. You have to take cable cars everywhere, and I'm sure that these giant cable car fees are just filling the pockets of upper management for these mountains, but you have to take cable cars absolutely everywhere. They say that everything's too dangerous and you cannot take the old trails. You have to walk on the wooden fake feeling trails, if that makes sense. Anyways, is it really for your safety or is it for monetization? When they say the trail is closed because the mountain is falling, that's what mountains do. It's called erosion. Pick up a science textbook. I was just chatting with a friend of mine who told me that years ago they made him take the lower cable car too, even though it's literally such an easy hike. I am convinced at this point that mountains in China are giving huge paychecks to upper management, which is collecting as much as they can from cable car fees and tour guides. Apparently, Kota Kinabalu in Malaysia, the mountain that costs like $600 a hike, when they used to literally let people do it in one day, but they turn it into this big, epic, organized thing. Most dangerous mountain in the world, say that hundreds of people die every year, and they're totally doing that so that they can monetize on the mountain by making it seem so scary. All of those mountains are just run by greedy management that is getting a huge paycheck for every single ticket. I'm absolutely convinced. And that's why they're closing the trails. It's bullshit.